Yes, I think you have to repeat all that because apparently you're silenced.
I'm fine. I'm okay.
You're fine?
Hi, I'm Dag. This is my house. This is the kind of thing. Bugbears are still freaking everywhere. You know what? I need a moment. I need a minute.
One of those
Rob,
days, everybody.
Rob,
it's one of those days.
Rob, take us away.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this is Dag's Space, and this is Dag's Face. He's a guy that does the D&D and the RPGs all over the internet. Pay him some love. He needs it today because the tech goblins are being assholes. I am Robert Hartley, GM. I am also a TTRPG player full-time. Whenever I'm not streaming D&D, I'm thinking about or playing D&D. So if you like D&D, you'll like some of the content that I'm creating, I'm sure. Go check me out everywhere at Robert Hartley, GM. I am playing Captain Fork. This is the penultimate episode of a 12-part series. So we have had 10 episodes of wonderful arc with Captain Fork, slowly descending into madness. And then now we have managed to culminate to where that came to. We had a huge fight in the last episode. And then from here, who knows where it'll go for the last two episodes. It's going to be very exciting for me. As part of the Captain Fork's crew, let's go to the bosun, Alistane. Patrick, tell us about who you and Alistane are.
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Patrick Keefe. I am that great gentleman everywhere on the internet. I am an actor, voice actor, professional TTRPG player, etc. I portray Alistane Porter, bosun of our good ship whose name keeps fucking changing. He's a big old dragonborn, has some long and storied history with the villain of our lovely campaign here, and we have delved deeper and deeper into those dark depths as we have gone on. We have recently rescued our captain from his shadowy darkness and awfulness, and friendships have been deeper forged as time has continued on, and it's and I will pass that off to our marksman, Swift.
That me. Greetings and salutations. I'm Janet. I run World Anvil, but when I'm not doing that, I write RPGs and novels, like the Dark Crystal RPG, for example. And today I am playing Swift Kennelly, a Harengon swashbuckler. Yeah, it's a bunny with a sword. You're welcome. Again, kind of a cross between the Princess Bride and Jessica Rabbit, I guess. That's kind of what we're going for there. And she plays the navigator, but also the cook, and has been slowly collecting mimics since the beginning of this 12-episode season. So I cannot wait to see what we're gonna see next from her. And yeah, let's see what happens, guys. I'm super excited. Popcorn Dread.
Let's go! Hi, I'm Josh, the Dreaded GM, and I am so happy to be surrounded by fellow storytellers. If you want to know who I am, you can check me out on my Twitch channel, Dreaded GM, or on Twitter, where I post tweets sometimes, or in the Discord, where I hang out there and do some cool stuff. I'm a professional game master, and I think I can say a professional voice actor, kind of, because I got my first gig. I'm very excited about that coming up. So that's going to be exciting. But yeah, if you want to see more of that, go check me out at those places. But I'm playing Azalis, the first sword and first mate of our crew, and a glory seeker in his own right. He will go out in a blaze of glory, and hopefully will be remembered in the world as one of the most memorable swordsmen. We'll find out.
In a world where Drake gets his voice acting gigs.
It had happened. It's really cool. I'm really excited for it.
Yeah.
I can say that I got my first gig, so hopefully it'll just continue to go.
Howdy, buddy.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you, bud.
That's how the acting world works, right, Pat? Once you've got a gig, you're never out of work after that.
That's it. Never again. Ever.
Totally how it works.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the Facebook post I did about like how's my acting career going?
No.
I don't use Facebook, so I wouldn't have seen it.
It's fine. It's basically just this little kid on like one of those zip lines just screaming into the wind. This is awesome!
Oh my God.
I could fall at any second. Ah!
Yes.
And I was like, yeah, that's about
No,
right.
that's about right.
All right, and Hi guys, welcome in. I've had a quiet moment to scream into the void, and I feel better now. What are we doing today? We are playing Sirens and Silver. This is a high seas adventure. We are currently level 10 with these wonderful characters. But before we kick off, let's give a quick shout out, of course, to the sponsors of this show. We have, of course, 3 sponsors that help us keep the lights on here, and that is none other than Hero Forge for the wonderful art you can see on screen here and throughout the games that we play. Fantasy Grounds for our VTT of choice, and if you use that affiliate link now, Dag gets a little bit of a thank you for people going and checking out all the Fantasy Ground stuff, which is new and exciting. And then, of course, Sirenscape for the wonderful sounds you will hear throughout the course of the game. And, of course, we always like to give this shout out, but please go check out World Anvil for all of your world building needs and your one-stop place to go and actually do all the creative writing that you would love to do in the field of world building. Right now they're going through summer camp, which is an amazing festivity where you guys are given a bunch of really cool writing prompts to help inspire your world and continue to expand upon it, or do what I do and create a brand new world and just, you know, kind of have multiple words to work on, because that's what you do with your time. You know, whichever floats your boat, go check out World Anvil. Seriously, it is cheap as chips when it comes to very, very professional software to do your world building. So yay. And of course, we do have one last sponsor for the channel, and that is, of course, the most important sponsor, you guys. Thank you so much already for being here and donating your time. And if you want to influence the course of the game as we're playing, guys, hit those channel points, because we have a bunch of different awards that'll help our players through their various strifes and turmoils. Insight bonuses, divine interventions. You could even summon some NPCs and baddies for them if you want to. And you earn those just from watching. But if you feel like donating to the stream and our ongoing adventure, guys, there are ways that you can benefit the players. For $5, you can create a hero point, which are these little red marks, which give our heroes a opportunity to stave off death, petition the GM for stuff, or get advantage on rolls. You can also give me Jinx points, which are the same for the baddies. For $10, you can I will draw 3 cards from a random deck of plot twists and play them immediately, making bad things happen, because that's what it is. Oh my goodness!
Whoa!
Well, that's a thing.
That's huge.
Thank you so much for the wandering boss drop. I didn't have stuff I needed to do today, but that's fine.
In the intro, you heard me say that we just finished a huge fight in the last episode, right?
Oh yeah, they haven't even rested. Nope.
Yeah.
Now they will rest in peace.
Amazing. 100,000 points.
Thanks.
Also, Liska gave me a hero point.
Oh, is it? Okay, very well. Liska, I will award a hero point to, of course, the wonderful and amazing Dreaded GM. Let me get that for you right there, buddy. Boom, there it is.
I do want to know why Ardana hates us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How have we wronged
we
you?
done to you?
What is
Like
your
100
relationship with Robert like? Is this
I'm gonna say it's nothing to do with me, for sure. That's all I know. It's definitely nothing to do with me.
All right,
More
but we're not.
glory for Zalis.
But
I never piss anybody off.
However, this isn't even the final form of the donations you can give, because you can also give a natural 20 to give someone a natural 20 throughout the course of the game. For $50, we can boost that boss, which, you know, will show up.
The boss? Don't boost the boss.
You can boost the boss, or you can
Don't boost the
provide a
boss.
magic item of your choice to the players of your choice. Now, there is, of course, a secret menu item. The secret menu item, I'm gonna, for the very, very first time in my career as a professional game master, there is a fork in the road. One fork leads our players to
Rob.
treasure
Rob.
and bounty.
Rob is the fuck.
Wordplay.
Rob is the fork in the road.
Yes, Rob is the fork in the road.
Captain
But
Fork in the
only if
road.
he's
10
from Boston.
points!
Only when you're in Boston.
Captain
is the
Fork.
fork in the road.
Yeah. What are
Captain
you
Fork
talking
in the
about?
road.
Oh, look, it's a fork. It's in the road.
Get out of the fucking road!
It's a fork road.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yes, there
We're
is a fork in
not
the road.
behind on
All
time.
going-
Yeah, there's
all
definitely
going
not
according
going
to
to be.
plan.
Yeah, it's just going to be death. No, there's going to be 2 options. So if we hit that secret menu item, I have an entire trap that will impede our players in a way that I've never done so before, and it might turned this game into potentially the final game. I mean, who knows? There's a very good reason why this trap exists and why it is here, but nonetheless, for the additive of the $100 secret menu item, that is what will be played throughout the game. So yeah, look forward to that. Okay. Without any further ado,
Dag's like, want to support the channel? Kill the players.
yeah, basically, get
now.
them. Well, you know
We're
what?
doing this
Survey
today.
says
Day
that
of fucking
that players want
ultimate
that people want to see players weasel their way out of death, and well, I mean, what better way to contribute than to be the source of that death? So there you go. There was
We're
a group
weaseling
inspo.
here.
All right, there was
Maybe
also a
bunnying.
group inspiration as well for everyone as in addition, so you all do also get that.
Love it.
All right. Good. We have everything. Let us go. Let us continue. Let us begin as we return once again to the lands of Olestria. When last we left our heroes, they were deep beneath Skull Island. After having tracked down the treasure of none other than the infamous pirate Captain Dren Goldfist, our heroes found that the lantern that had been guiding them this whole way was little more than a ruse perpetrated by the unfathomable deep. A creature that... damn it, Rob. The creature that had been, up until this point, the patron of Captain Fork, and had been nurturing the evil and animosity within his heart, the greed and avarice, to a point of explosive proportions. At this point, a tear had appeared in the very sky itself, as that hatred was released onto the world. A great beast, one of the many great beasts here in Olestria, a being known as the Leviathan, escaped through a tear in reality. And in this mass of magic and arcane fury, Fork was separated into not only his original personality, but also that of the unfathomable deep, who is now in possession of a corporeal body capable of unleashing untold pain and suffering upon the world. Our heroes banded together and fought tooth and nail, shedding blood, sweat, and tears as they battled this large abomination, a creature, the unforgivable. However, to regain his strength...
I'm still very pleased with you for that pun, by the way.
Thank you. I worked on it all day. In a moment where Captain Fork, derived of his powers, somehow needed to help, needed to save and stop his crew from being torn apart by his own greed, he made another deal with a different entity. The entity which called itself Poseidon, master of the oceans and the waves, king of the realms of water and wave, bestowed upon Fork his powers once more, returning him to the state that he once was, able to fight back against his evil counterpart, and in doing so, managed to defeat the unfathomable deep, for the time being, at least. It is here that we pick up our adventure. Heavy breaths echo in this chamber. The sight of the broken down and shattered armor, which looks like this. There we go. Bearing the skulled visage of Captain Fork, now remains dead. Azalis, you hold the large greatsword in your hand. Several large, massive gashes through its body. Fork, your hands drip with ice-cold water. Your fingers kind of red and numb from the sheer force of the torrential storms you had unleashed upon this creature. Swift, your hands trembling from every blow and every shot made against this creature. Your bones still aching from where you were grappled by these large tendrils. And Alistane, your body still in the form of a great and powerful dragon. This huge, monstrous size, unfamiliar to you, but at the same time, all too natural. The scene is yours as we return to the cave.
Is it dead?
Is everyone all right?
I'm fine.
I think. I think so. I have to apologize. I immediately resign my permission as captain. I will reach up and take my tricorner hat off and just place it on the ground.
See the dragon raises one large emerald eyebrow.
Azalis, my friend, I have failed to keep you safe. I've failed to do my duty as your captain and as your friend.
I never wanted you to keep me safe, Captain. I wanted you to lead me to glory, infamy. You don't need to give up your captainage. It's not your job to keep me safe. It's my job to keep you safe. I look to the others. What say you?
Alistane looks puzzled, sort of not quite sure, is sort of two minds about the whole situation, and looks to Swift with that same quizzical eye.
Yeah, Swift meets your eye. We've talked about this, Alistane and Swift. She folds her hands and she leans back. She takes a scrutinizing look at Captain Fork. Does he seem different? I'm happy to roll insight.
You
I might
don't
do
need
the
to roll
same.
insight. It is very easy to see that there is I wouldn't say a softness, but more that the hard edges that once defined Captain Fork have now sort of melted away. It's still the same person. It's still very much someone who has all their faculties, their memories, everything like that. But it's almost like that coldness has gone.
Yeah, if I
Dad
may,
is back.
if I may, it'd be particularly
Captain
apparent to
Dad.
Alistane, who's known me for longer. But it's one of those things where when someone has a drastic hairstyle, you'll notice it. You didn't notice them slowly growing out of. You didn't notice them as day by day their hair inched longer and
Right,
longer
right.
because there was a slight change. But the shadows around the eyes and the sort of dripping, sort of oozy kind of wetness of the feathers that just sort of slowly, he became more slick, he became more domineering, his body grew and sort of it just became this sort of intimidating presence to be around. His aura was almost, you didn't really want to be around him. And then all of a sudden that's gone back to a few months ago, where the captain who he used to be, and suddenly it's I'd say you'd notice that change as if he has had a drastic haircut kind of thing.
It seems to me, says Swift, that we had a problem, and we solved the problem, and now we don't have a problem anymore. Wouldn't you agree, Alistane?
Captain, I've known you for quite some time. Obey the charter. Certain actions need addressing. I do not believe there is cause for your departure as our captain just yet.
I will command the ship until we get back to port. But from then, I will understand any action you wish to take against me.
I'll place my boot up against the tricorn hat, and being that it's actually a part of my shift weave clothing, like Terminator 2, it will absorb into my clothes and then just appear once more on my head.
All right.
As for our friendship, Captain, it's gotta take much more than this to tarnish it.
He can't smile, being that he's got a beaked face, but you know from his body language he's happy with you, and he walks over and offers a hand.
Yeah, I'll take the hand.
And I think we sort of go into like a bro hug, and my head against yours, and I say,
Thank you for having my back, old friend.
Always.
Let's get you that glory. All right. Let's start looting what we can find of use. And get back to the ship. If an ounce of gold crosses my boarding plank, I'll keelhaul the man in charge.
As soon as you say this, suddenly from above, a torrent of rocks and boulders start to fall down into the cavern that you're in. You see high above you something you were not expecting. In the air high above, it is nighttime. Though you arrived in the day, and it should be only about 2 p.m., the boulders that make way suddenly reveal the sky almost gone, and the clearest of the nights you have ever seen stretches out above you. A creature, a beast, seems to be sown across the very sky. As you turn your gaze up, there is a moment of recognition. The whale, that creature that was unleashed, flies high in the atmosphere. Your feet are unable to move. Your eyes unable to turn downward. And the rocks collapse in on our heroes.
Immediately, Alistain's wings come in and try and cover everybody.
They will do so. However, Alastain, Fork, Swift, and Azalis become buried under the mountain here. All right, thank you everyone for coming.
Rocks fall.
rocks fall, everybody dies.
Everybody dies.
Everybody dies.
I get the reference. That's an old adage.
Thanks, Ardana.
Thanks,
Yeah, this
Ardana.
was Ardana's
Yeah,
fault.
thanks,
Yeah.
Ardana.
All right. Now, your eyes slowly begin to adjust as you awaken on the banks of what looks to be a strange yellow caustic river. I will share the map with everyone.
I don't want to go to
Well,
Avernus.
Well, for one thing, I don't like what this map is called.
Yeah, it's called River Styx.
Yeah.
What?
Not a fan. No.
Yeah.
Just don't.
I
had a
12
redemption. Why am I
episodes.
in redemption arc? Why am I in hell?
I spent 12 episodes in Avernus and I liked none of it.
Yeah.
Look,
Don't make me go to Avernus again.
It's
I
not
don't
a nice-
like it.
It's not a nice place.
Deathbed confessionals. That's meant to get you straight into the good place, right?
yeah,
Why-
yeah.
why am I here?
exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. To be fair,
As the rocks are falling, you're like, I regret everything. I'm sorry for my actions.
I repent!
Damn it! He repented at the last second.
I accept
right.
Poseidon as my Lord and Savior.
And then you just disappear in a pop of bubble.
all right.
Oh no!
This is gonna be hard.
This is
You'll be
nasty.
Fine,
Just
maybe.
fucked up. It'll be fine, maybe.
All right. As you approach the waters, despite the yellowish hue, it seems to be the most clear water you've ever seen. The actual fluid is almost glass in opacity, and you see adjacent to you what looks to be the spine of a large creature. Strangely, but also not strangely, the spine of a large whale. As you take a moment to gain your bearings, you see a strange figure who seems to be eating a ham sandwich. He is sitting by what looks to be a small ferry.
How
Does
much,
he have this ham sandwich up some very thick, very large gloves, large sleeves?
Yes,
Sweet.
incredibly large sleeves. Yeah.
Does he need a compass?
You could ask him.
Would you
Jesus
say
Christ.
more than an hour has passed, or have we like transferred realms? I'm just wondering if my polymorph is still up, if the dragon is still up.
I'm gonna say, for the purposes of this, we're gonna put you back in humanoid
Cool.
form.
Cool.
And dying counts as at least a short rest, right?
Wait, yeah, we were unconscious.
We
correct?
rested.
Yeah, we've been unconscious. How long have we been unconscious?
No,
for
no,
before
no,
we
no,
did
like-
this?
no. If you check your prospective Bibles, you will see that it is damnation for eternity without relief. So
Ah, damn.
Right.
So nobody can pee.
No
That's why the
peeing.
river. That's why
We're
the
almost
river is
sort of-
yellow.
We're
Yeah, I
exhausted five.
I should
then,
have
is
done
what you're
before I
saying.
started. To be fair, when I saw those rocks falling, I definitely pissed myself.
all right.
All right. Well, I'm going to walk to the ferryman.
I'll back up. Walk.
Do I
Great sword in
have
hand.
any? Do I have any knowledge of the afterlife in stories about who this ferryman would be and where we might be right now?
Yes, there is a tale of a place known as the Locker, a place where wayward sailor souls will be taken, who die out at sea in particular regions of the Dread Oceans. The ferryman, as he has come to be known, takes you to what is to be your eternal rest, depending on how you lived your life upon the sea. This is a courtesy of the oceans themselves and the tumultuous spirits that guide the fate of those that sail it. This individual, the ferryman, holds no allegiance, but some say owes a great debt to a powerful being, which is why they offer to ferry people. There is something unusually wrong about this, however, because normally you would be given the deal, as it were, to serve under the ferryman or a boat or some other vessel before you pass on to the afterlife. In addition, your bodies seem to still be there, somewhat intact. You kind of pinch yourself and you can still feel pain, which is not normal for ghosts and the dead.
I will approach the ferryman. What's the what size is this ferry? Are we talking like a dinghy, or are we talking like a big ass?
A ferry could probably take maybe 20 or so people at a time, easily.
Okay.
I say, are you the captain of this vessel?
As he looks at you, sandwich in hand, crunching this very, very thick piece of lettuce, he says, I be the ferryman, and this be my vessel. Wayward souls come traveling these parts in order to seek their rest, but you have no bearing nor scent of the dead or damned, so I'm on a break.
I like your accent, by the way.
Oh, thank you. It sounds, you've got a pretty handsome accent there yourself.
Oh, it's all flattery will get you everywhere.
Except across the river, I'm afraid.
There
We have no scent of the dead.
Aye.
You mean to say that we are not dead?
No. No, I'd say that you be hit with a force that has simply removed your bodies from where they once were, and have traveled the veil that leads you here.
Where is he?
This be the river of ill end. The
That's the
river
colour.
beyond takes ye to... Go on, have your giggle. I don't name the places, I just sail the waters. This be where one of the most blighted souls that ever sailed the seas found themselves in their eternal rest. At this point, Alistane, with a look of surprise
Yeah.
and shock, you immediately turn your gaze to the water and realize that yellow tint is not yellow. It's gold.
Yep.
And it seems to be flowing from further down the river.
Ferryman, do you know of a way for us to get back to our bodies, our personage?
Will that be the trick, won't it? You see, ye be already occupying your bodies. I'd say that
You
your
wish.
passage here hinged on some form of rarity, magics, artifacts, or curse.
Were we? I look at the whale bones. I look at the others. Were we cursed by a ghost whale?
I'm beginning to
Is-
gather that that might be the case, yes.
It is much more than a whale. It is the being that gave me my powers, and
The
I would have been
Leviathan.
but an ant to it. It had immeasurable strength, but immeasurable hunger. It was insatiable, powerful beyond belief, a remnant of another world. I'm once again in a position where I'm forced to apologize to my crew for recklessly taking them into danger.
We made our choices, Captain. We decided to stand next to who we could have left whenever we damned liked. We knew what we were getting into. Forgive yourself already, and let us move on. I
Ferryman,
say that as a friend.
Ferryman,
Saying, yeah.
to the other side, where do you take these souls? You have something stuck in your throat, seemingly
Sorry,
silenced.
I was learned always never to talk with your mouth full.
Wise adage.
Also, while we're at it, where are you getting lettuce?
I was unaware that the underworld had catering.
Well, you see,
That
apparently
seems like a delicious ham sandwich.
it's a very delicious ham sandwich.
Did it die?
You have ham down here.
Did it die on the other? Do you have to wait for somebody to kill wheat and pigs and lettuce?
No, they just simply had to drop the sandwich, and then it became mine because
I see.
that's when a sandwich dies, is when it hits the floor. There's
when
no
it hits
such
the
thing.
ground. Only 10 seconds afterwards.
Yes, just
Imagine,
only 10 seconds.
imagine the sandwich maker that can bring a sandwich to a place like this.
Oh, sorry, the 5-second rule actually applies to you.
Well, that's where it came
So
from.
past 5 seconds, and you get the sandwich.
Yes.
That's incredible. What is your favorite food, if I may ask?
Life is changed.
Chocolate croissants, but
Chocolate
but
croissants.
they never hit the ground.
If I get back to my body, if I get back to my plane, I promise you I will go to the nearest bakery and drop
In
a whole
fact-
plate of chocolate croissants.
If you can help us get back, we can drop all the food you desire.
I'll drop a croissant every day. It'll be a ritual which will really baffle the baker, I'm sure.
He says,
I'll walk in and I'll buy 2 chocolate croissants. I'll eat
You
one and drop
imagine-
one on the floor.
You imagine that becomes a new tradition on the seas. Every single
you-
day.
if you
Before
Across
setting
the
sail,
world.
before setting sail, you got to give a prayer to the weather gods, give a prayer to the sea gods, and then drop a croissant on the
Croissant
deck.
for the ferryman.
Meanwhile, like several hundreds of years later, he's like, enough with the bloody croissant.
Croissant. Eventually, when
I
you die
just
and you go
want
to
a
him, he's
bacon
just like this.
butty.
He's just this massive bloated man who's just like, I can't resist
2
them.
years, 2 years
This
go
is
by.
so
we
good.
get plane shifted back to the underworld. It's like,
All right, we've got to switch this up somehow.
The ferry is sunk because it couldn't hold the weight of the ferryman anymore.
All right. He says the following. Firstly, for the croissant, he can use his break time however he sees fit, and he would be happy to take you either up or down river. Upriver will take you to the resting place of the individual
Dren.
aforementioned. Yes. A captain once known as Dren. The downriver, however, will lead you to the resting places of where hopefully you will find your own locker and a place for you to enjoy the spoils of your life, whatever that may have been.
What do you know of this Captain Dren? Is he being tormented?
Oh, Fist.
Oh no. This man is tormented by, as far as I can tell, his own avarice. Everything that he desires is there, but also out of reach, because a man who wants more never has enough. He has so
Tell
much
me.
gold in his possession that it flows out and even stains the waters here.
That's when Falk notices it.
Ferryman.
Aye?
Answer me this. In Dren's current state, is there anything left of him in the mortal world still affecting it? Does he have that reach?
Oh,
power?
aye. Aye, that one there, he stays here with his soul. But there are many relics that still remain with the touch of Dren, and one no more powerful than his fist itself. Tell me, do you know why gold is forbidden on the Dread Sea?
Better than anyone, I believe.
Aye. It's not because Dren's eye is drawn to it. It is
Oh?
because it is drawn to Dren. Long ago, 7 great powers, fallen from the stars themselves, given power by the very gods, lay down all manner of affliction and plague upon those that would claim themselves the masters of this world. Each would cause even the most noble and honorable spirits to crack and crumble. The Fist of Dren was not always its name. The Hand of Avarice was the relic that gave him his name. An item capable of drawing the wealth of all that it desired to it. To possess even a portion of Dren's treasure is to allow him absolute control. Something from his hoard once found could even muster the power and force to resurrect the pirate.
To deal with his soul here, in this place, would it do any good?
Well, that's not my department now. But
Whose is it? You obviously answer to someone.
I have not heard word from my mistress in many, many eons. She
Some
is
name.
Nibera, goddess of death, queen of the Shadowfen.
And why does she turn a blind eye to this situation?
Aye, what's the reason for her silence?
Sorry, I'm just looking at Rob. I've lost my...
I've missed something.
Yeah, me too.
Just what a time to punctuate such a tense moment with a bite of a ham and lettuce sandwich. It was just the way that he was just like, Queen of the Shadowfen.
And then Rob just lost his shit. And then I
Incredible.
Just lost it.
I couldn't hold it.
This guy's been all deep expositional, talking about evil dangers and powers that once were.
He's still having
Now
lunch.
you talk while I chew.
Can you do? I'm on my lunch break. I've got to eat and talk at the same time.
I should have really just made a ham sandwich for myself.
Yeah.
All right.
Any
He said-
excuse.
He says, "The realms of the dead are not to be commanded, even by the mistress of the dead herself. All she does is provide a place for those who have earned it to rest."
And what of those that have not earned it?
Well, there's a special place for those sorts, somewhere downstream. I've only ever taken a small handful of folk down that ways, but it's a fate worse than death.
Alistane turns to the rest of the crew.
There's an opportunity to deal with Dren's soul. To rid the world of his influence once and for all.
And his name.
Aye, but should we?
Will dealing with his soul here affect the plane where we're from? Will it remove his influence? Is it not better to leave him in eternity dealing with this torment?
Therein lies the
Given-
question: is it better that the sea remain free of gold, free of that draw of avarice?
Silver
Or is that
soon
really
draws
removing? Aye, is that really removing the symptom?
Well,
not the
given
actual
that,
cause?
given that Dren can be revived through any of his remaining treasures, which the ferryman just told us,
Unless, of
potentially dealing with him now could prevent some issues later. I'm so sorry, Mr. Ham Sandwich.
That's
I never
fine.
did find out your name, ferryman.
That's your name now, Mr. Ham Sandwich.
You do not require to kill Dren in order to stop his influence. Simply removing the Hand of Avarice from his possession will sever any and all ties.
I will say this, I am vested in this venture. There is no other name in the Dread Seas as well known as Dren.
Agreed.
One pure of heart. Isn't that what Levitus said?
Aye. It is. I would see his influence removed from the world.
I look at
if you would
Alistane,
follow me.
the meat grinder. I look at Fork, the recently possessed. I take a quick look down at myself. And then I look at Alistane and I'm like, I think you're up, champ.
Never thought I'd be called pure of heart, but if it is, then so be it.
It's
Looks
either
everybody else.
it's either you or one of the minions, referring to like the little velociraptor things that help us in the
I
ship.
imagine the macaw would probably fare quite poorly against Captain Dren, the long legend.
I think you might be the best option we have.
Having witnessed their orgies, I think Alistane is up.
That is very fair. Oh God.
How about
Feathers everywhere.
I'm self-aware enough to know that my greed lies in glory.
Oh,
we can always try Binkley.
I might be pure of heart, but I'm no longer pure of mind with your reminder of that. Oh,
You're welcome.
give me some bleach. Pull that right into my ears. Regardless, Would you join me on this endeavor?
I wouldn't have it any other way, Anastain.
Thank you, Azalis.
I'm there.
Our ship is yours to command.
Captain, one thing before we go. Are you going to keep feeling sorry about it, or are you going to do something about it?
Oh, I'm going to do something about it.
Walks up to him, flicks him on the forehead.
Nothing stupid.
Yeah,
Turns
Azalis
around,
actually
like-
snickers at that.
Right.
You guys be
Where we
having your
headed?
own kind of thing going on here, and I respect that. I never really got that close with my former crew as well. You should treasure each other. It's very very moving in a place like this.
I do. Tremendously. Ferryman, what would we pay you to take us upstream?
I was getting a
I have
croissant.
something.
No,
I pull a carrot.
Die for a croissant if you've got one.
I pull a carrot out of my bag and I say, "This should tide you over between sandwiches."
be that a carrot. Oh,
It's
as
high
I,
in vitamin A.
As I live and breathe, the one thing that doesn't grow in the realm of the dead.
The only thing.
Carrots. Oh, the orange luster, it shines brighter than gold it be.
Will the carrots never die? I suppose they just go limp and kind of floppy. But
Carrots are
then,
immortal.
then you can put them in cold water and they kind of go hard again. So it's
Carrots are
Wait,
the
is that
few,
true?
are
Yeah,
the
yeah,
vegetables
opposite
of
of
the
guys.
gods. it is.
by the way, just real world tip for you there. If you get a limp floppy carrot, you can put it in a bowl of cold water and they will retain their rigidity.
Yeah, carrots.
As I
can't die.
say, it's the opposite with guys.
Yeah. Takes
Where
warm
is
water.
it? I think it's this one. Yeah, there it is. There we go.
All right. Taking hold of your carrot, he accepts the down payment. He still expects the croissant, but is more than willing to shepherd you and your crew upstream.
Looking to see if I have anything that can create food, and I don't believe I've prepared anything like that. Water, yes. Food, no.
Yeah, we've got water in abundance.
All right. Well,
As we step onto the boat, leans over to Swift.
Could have sworn carrots were known for vitamin C.
Now they help you see in the dark. That's why everyone in 5e has dark vision. Did you not
orange
know that?
has vitamin
Some-
C.
It's all carrots.
Wait, do they actually have dog vision? I'm gonna look. Yeah.
What have that vision? What, Harangon?
Rangon.
Harangon.
Yeah.
Harangon do not have dark vision, no.
No.
Okay. It's a travesty.
Sadly.
I think that they
But
did.
she can
but
absolutely lie.
It's a,
All right.
It's a travesty.
Now, stepping onto the barge, you find yourself placing your feet upon something that is almost like kind of akin to the back of a sea turtle. There's kind of a chitinous nature to the actual materials it's made of, and instead of wood slats that hold and bind it together, there are bones that look all too humanoid for comfort. Several skulls piled up as macabre figureheads to this very long ferry sort of guide and almost veer in the direction of the river itself, almost as a head turning a gaze. Standing at the back of the ferry, the tall figure, who you now realize is actually a large creature, but only like thinly tall, reaches towards the water, only to hear the sounds of a splash as this spinal column arcs up from beneath the water, and he grabs hold of it like a long pushing rudder. He then gently pushes off the banks and takes you down the river. As you travel, you begin to see horrendous shapes beneath the waves. They appear thusly.
Oh no.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, joy.
Wait, is that a new?
Thousands of what look to be undead crying out in agony, their feet anchored to what looks to be boxes of treasure and gold, holding them down at the bottom of the water. Their bodies seeming to have melted and withered away as hot gold has been poured over their forms, creating these veins and rivers of solid gold on them as they cry out, reaching almost futilely for the ferry that you're on. Every now and then, the ferryman sort of seems to whap one of them in the jaw as they get too close to the spine that he's using to propel you guys forward. And inevitably, you come to a large...
It's that
Stop it.
exciting. It's the motion of the ocean.
I realize that was my own fault.
That is a
I
shame.
will accept responsibility. Yeah, my bad. All right.
It's like the sperm whale all over again.
How long were we on that boat, and can I have a short rest?
You may
Yeah.
all have a... You know what? You guys can have a long rest.
Yeah.
It was a long
Yeah.
journey.
Beautiful.
We're snoozing as we cruising.
Yeah, I feel like time is
Hey.
distorted in such a way that if I don't do this, you might die.
Love to see it.
Love it.
Question as well.
Yeah, go on.
Forget what I was going to ask.
you can't
Do we
ask
still have our temporary hit points from last session then?
Good question.
What did we get them from? It was some sort of
I forget, but I had
magical
24 of
boon,
them.
wasn't it?
Yeah, I'd
same.
probably
It was
say-
like
I'd
a
prob-
magical boon of some kind.
Yeah,
I think it might have been
I'd probably say
chat
leave
interaction.
your. I'd probably say leave your leave your temporary. I don't know.
Oh, it was something Swift did something that was like inspiring or something.
Yeah.
And we got 24. Yeah, I can't remember.
Yes.
It
Alright.
was it's the
Okay, there we
can't
go.
remember what it was.
And let me share that with.
but I'm finding it again because I feel like we're gonna need it again this session.
Yeah.
All right, now we have a very special surprise for our group today.
Oh, good. That sounds
Oh.
lethal.
Yay.
It
Thanks,
does. It
Aldana.
does. It comes courtesy of our lovely audience who has donated for our secret menu item as well
Ooh.
as the Wandering Boss, which I'm going
Aw.
to combine into one single horrifying encounter. So,
Oh,
Very
wonderful.
good.
Let's do it.
Do it.
Wandering
Rufus.
Death, our favorite.
All
Seem
right.
to fit. Oh, damn! This is a nice map. I just zoomed out
Yeah.
all the way to see it.
it is a amazing map, and this one is done by Eightfold Paper, which is a wonderful Patreon. If you guys want to do a Patreon on that,
Oh, can you push the map again? Actually, I accidentally closed it.
Ugh. How do you move the map? How does that work?
middle
Thank
mouse
you.
button.
Middle mouse button. Oh yeah, thank you.
Oh yeah.
How does one take a long rest?
You've already been. It's already been applied.
Oh,
You
thank
have
you.
been rested
Dude.
forcibly.
Been rested.
All right. Pouring out from what appears to be a large door is a gout of gold that seems to come from beneath this immense structure. Standing in front of that structure is what looks to be a large totem pole. The unique thing about this particular totem pole is that it seems to have a variety of different monstrous heads emblazoned upon it. Each one beset with what looks to be a jeweled eye. The first of these, let me get this right here. All right.
There's a measuring tool somewhere on here, isn't there?
Yeah.
Oh, also, I forgot to ask you this before, Dag. I asked it at the start, but I think you were busy being awesome. What sword did I get from that creature?
Good question.
Was it a +3 greatsword?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Oh my god, why didn't you ask for a wish luck
A Holy
blade or whatever?
Avenger?
Too
Is
late.
it a
Holy
Holy
Avenger.
Avenger?
Is it a Holy Avenger?
Locked in.
Palette-
Holy Avenger's pretty good though.
Yeah, Holy Avenger's pretty great.
Yeah, no.
I'm okay with the I'm okay with the
Lockblade's not
+3.
all it's cracked up to be. Or
Upgrade?
Wishblade.
We did really well with it in the emergency improv.
Yeah.
That
Just
is
like-
true.
So good. Oh, did you
I
guys?
mean, look, we're two
hear-
episodes out. I'm like, you know what?
It's a
Can
Holy
it be a
Avenger.
Holy
That's
Avenger?
rock.
Well, I mean, you say that, but then everything that takes place in your games is like canon to your world. So then you're putting it in.
Oh yeah, look,
as
look,
ours.
look. I'm not saying that he's gonna get to keep it forever. I mean, he's got it right now. All right. So here we go. The trap itself is 140 foot in diameter, and 20 foot high. Now the totem design has the following creatures. The first is a beholder, whose large central eye is shut. The second, an illithid. The third, an aboleth. And the fourth, a strange aquatic...
You son of a
I
bitch!
recognize this, you
Son of a
Come
bitch!
on.
I know
Come
this.
on, man.
You bastard!
I know this.
I haven't even got the opportunity to use this trap in my own game yet, and you're using it against me. I made this trap.
Yeah.
At least I know how to defeat it.
I know
Oh.
straight away.
Oh,
yeah.
It's definitely it's definitely
Oh,
got
you
some
son of a
flair
bitch!
here.
As soon as I was like, wait a minute. As soon as he said beholder, I was like, if he says aboleth, illithid, and a fucking great old one.
Oh. So
Alright.
so yes, you can fill
This
them
is
with
not an easy trap, by the way, guys.
Great. No, I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, it was made by a guy who was a complete wanker who decided to make
Wow.
a bullshit hard trap
Thanks,
and
Rob.
inflict it on the world. But
it was for the official D&D DM challenge entry.
it was me and
I
Rob
didn't get
entered
it.
the Wizards of the Coast trap making contest thing, and this was Rob's trap.
I love it.
All right.
Choose the form of
However-
your destroyer.
Yeah.
However, there are some additives to it. So the first thing is, in order to open the door, you must disable the trap. Which, for the purposes of it, will be here. So that's where the trap is. Secondly, because we had a wandering boss coming in from the lovely and wonderful Ardana. What the
Right.
hell is this line? Who made this? Who made this?
I don't need to say. I started taking notes when you were saying how wide it was and everything. I don't need that.
Alright,
I can just
okay.
pull it up.
There you go.
I should pull up my document.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, exactly.
Notes on it.
Yeah, you've got the whole thing. All right. So, in addition, as you reach the banks, you notice that something is following you. Creatures begin to pull themselves up from below the surf.
Oh, that's not good. It's really bad, actually.
Oh yeah, super bad. All right, and that brings us to
It is in
1,
fact terrible.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No banana.
All right, there we go. Boom! 6 gold-blighted undead rise up from the water and start to make their way towards you, sensing your presence here and your non-deathness. They hope to steal your bodies in order to return to the material realm.
Your undeathness.
Your undeathness. your whatever they call that.
De-undeadification.
De-undeadification.
Yeah.
Undeadification.
All right.
Yeah.
Swift, you are able to act first as these creatures are making their way towards you.
Oh hell. I'm able to act first, am I? That's interesting. No, I'm not gonna do that. That would be crazy.
Would be
Wait, they're
crazy
climbing
to-
onto the.
Yeah,
they
think like because their feet are still kind of anchored down by like what looks to be molten gold boots.
Yeah.
They aren't very quick, but they are heading in your direction.
Okay. I'm gonna give us some more time. I'm going to run here,
All right.
and I'm going to. Wait, can I do that? No, I can only do that on one creature at a time. Damn it. Sorry. Sorry, I'm not ready because I'm acting first.
No, it's fine. I'm taking the time.
I'm
that
taking-
you're
I'm taking the time
to
to
get
try and
my-
work out what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
doing.
yeah, absolutely.
Facts,
Take all the
Jan,
time you
take
need.
time.
It's this horrible thing that happens when your initiative is high. It's the worst.
Yeah.
Uh,
Indeed it is.
all right. let's see if I can summon some piranhas. Wait, piranhas versus gold. They're gold covered, right?
These guys, like there's like bits and pieces of them that are gold. Like they're also
Okay, so
fleshy
they're not
bits.
like gold dipped. They don't look like Christmas ornaments. or
Their
something.
feet do. It looks like someone dipped their feet in gold and then they threw them off like into the water and then poured gold over them.
Just drizzle
Interesting.
gold back and forwards.
Yeah.
The way you do when you're baking and you make chocolate.
Yeah, exactly. Here you go. You can
Okay.
have the picture there as well. Let me.
And they're climbing out of the water?
They're dragging themselves up the incline.
They must be goddamn strong too. Got golden boots.
Well, I mean, yeah, they're like I said, they're moving
look,
super slow.
If Minecraft has taught me anything, gold boots are pretty good armor,
There
but
we
they run out really quickly. They're like terrible endurance, so durability. So
True, but
Fair.
if Sea of Thieves is anything to go by, it's going to take you a while to kill any one of them.
oh damn it!
Damn
Which
it,
one is he
damn it,
basing
dude.
this on?
Good.
Minecraft or Steam? Has to be one of them. All content
Okay.
is
And
based on
for-
Minecraft or
for
Sea of
the-
Thieves.
For the pirate game, I would probably guess Minecraft.
Yeah.
Oh wait, actually. Does this count as flanking? Because there's two of us.
If you've got the ability to flank with people, yes, why not? Yep.
Yeah,
I'm yes-anding today.
Love it.
love it. In that case, I also do D6 sneak attack damage. So I whip my rapier out. You haven't seen Swift used her rapier much because she doesn't like to get too close to things, but since they are right in front of her, she whips out her beautifully engraved rapier and with a flourish, she strikes the gold undead thing directly in front of her. And you see this sort of flurry of the blade as it sort of stab in all sorts of like non-gold covered places. It's very precision. She deals some damage. Yes, she does. Come
All right.
on, where am I?
Damage.
I'm not. Oh, there we go.
Damage.
So that plus some sneak attack damage,
Mm-hmm.
which is now 5d6. So that's 20 damage.
All right, 20 damage. They are resistant to it, so that will do 10 damage, but it will still penetrate.
Oh, I just saw
Resistant,
the
you
lineup.
say?
Resistant
However-
to what kind of damage?
Piercing, I guess. Not, or maybe non-magical.
You see, you just looked at the initiative tracker. Dredge.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
No, these guys have
Swift
already
my old
acted. They were
friend.
like they're pulling themselves out.
Oh,
so this-
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're not-
Because it
they're-
went swift. Gold Blight Undead 1, Gold Blight Undead 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 4 Azalis.
yeah. Aeonis isn't there, but I'm keeping him in initiative because I don't know where I put his stats. Anyway, as you stab at the creature and you pull out your rapier, instead of blood or ichor pouring out from it, it is molten gold. Swift, because you have made a melee attack with your weapon, I need you to make a dex saving throw, please.
That is my speciality. She says overly confidently.
You manage to dodge a spray of gold which lands on the ground. The mechanic here is any melee attacks that they suffer, creatures within, the creature that attacked them will take 5 points of damage unless they make a DC 13 saving throw. But there you go. All right. As I mentioned, the
Gold
creatures...
spray, everybody.
Duly noted.
All right, Fork, you are up.
Fork is up. He is up and walking towards this totem when all of these other things start to move around. He just he tries to summon Poseidon's help. Is Poseidon able to help me where I am in this realm? Am I able to access my powers of his?
Yes, he can, and yes, you can.
Wonderful. In that case, as a bonus action, I will summon a tentacle of the deep, blasting out of the water. This pillar of water which reforms itself into this whipping sort of inverted whirlpool. No longer tentacled, but water-based. A bunch of that water from that tentacle sprays off, and as an action, I catch that water. It sprays across my body, and I cast at 5th level Armor of Agathis.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So I've got Armor of Agathis and a tentacle. When I create that long tentacle, I'm going to put it. I'm going to put it right in the middle of this little nice trio, right next to this gold boy, between Azalis, Swift, and myself. I'm going to extend my wings and just take to the skies just a little bit to get a better view of everything, just about 10 feet up. And that's my action, my bonus, and my movement, and done.
Nice.
Sorry. Then as part of the summoning of the tentacle, it gets to strike the undead. Melee spell attack, which is this one here. Attack of the tentacles on this blight here is a.
All right. We're gonna slightly reflavor the tentacles for a more Poseidon-ish vibe.
Yeah, they're a water spout rather than a tentacle now.
Actually, if you wouldn't mind, I was thinking a water elemental that's shaped like a Poseidon statue.
Oh, cool.
So
yeah,
it's basically like a version of Poseidon, just like in these like weird, like kind of like Athenian poses. And
Yeah.
he's just gone. Yeah, and he's just.
Yeah, it moves. It moves whenever he's attacking. He just moves from one pose to another.
To another pose. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Love it.
Beautiful.
Love that.
All right. Next up, we move swiftly onto Azalis.
Swiftly.
All right. Azalis is going to look at the encroaching undead, and he's going to grip his brand new, awesome-looking +3 greatsword. And as he does that, he's going to say, "River of ill end, heed my glory. Answer my call!" And he puts his sword up in the air, and then he's going to cast Spirit Shrouds, summoning the undead of this place to enshroud his new sword and himself as well. As he looks towards the undead in front of him, he's like, "Oh, this is going to end poorly for you. An ill end, if you will." And I'm just going to start going to town with my extra attack. I'm going to use a 1st level smite, and I'm going to use Great Weapon Master. But we haven't updated my +3 across the board, so is it okay if we just +3, or did you want to quickly add that before I do the automation?
No, just you can just +3. It's fine.
Okay, cool. So here we go. Great sword.
It won't like
To radiant.
automatically hit anymore
Yeah.
if you're doing the +3s afterwards.
And then the other thing is it won't. I don't know if it's gonna add the automatic.
So miss was a 14, but that would have been
It was a 17.
17.
Oh no! Do you remember on the bottom left-hand side where it says modifier? You can
Oh
just-
yeah, you can.
Oh,
do it.
right,
It
okay,
applies
cool.
Down there. That's right.
Let me do it again then. Unless you want to honor that one.
I can honor that one. That's fine.
Yeah, 17 to hit.
17 to hit will hit.
Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna add the dice myself. It's going to be 2d6. Here we go. +12 on top of this. That's
You know you
going
can
to
add
be
12 down the bottom again.
yeah. Okay,
Modifier.
I got to get used to that. So
19.
19.
19. All right, so you're hitting that one there. So
Yep.
that is number 5. Okay.
And then it's going to be +1, 2, 3. 4 radiant damage. 48 radiant damage. It's going to be 15 radiant damage.
Sorry, hang on. Wait, was it 4 or 14?
Sorry, 4d8 for a total of 15
okay.
radiant damage.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You hear the wails of the damned as I swing that great sword. I'm going to come in for another one as well.
Before you do that, I need a dexterity save.
Ooh.
As
Okay.
you
You're gonna
strike
get
at him.
golded.
As
It's
blood,
gonna gild you.
gold flies in your direction.
So I got to quickly add the modifier here. So it's going to be a +4. Wait.
What's the
Wait,
plus 4
so it's
from?
got my aura of courage. I get to add my my charisma. My aura to my thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, but how do I do the modifier? Do I just like type it down
bottom
the
left,
bottom?
you click on the little box that says modifier and you type in 4.
Yep.
And then just roll.
Okay. 4. There we go. Ooh.
All right, 16 is fine. You managed to avoid being gilded as that blood pours out of him.
Hells yeah.
All
All
right,
right.
attack.
Here we go.
So that was 30. What was that? 34 damage you did to him.
Yep, 34 damage. Here comes the
Nice, we
next
love
one.
it. Here comes the bomb.
All right, so we're gonna do a modifier as well, which is a +3, and then we're gonna grab my smite again.
All right, so let's do it. All right, that'll hit.
19. Hells yeah, love to see it. And then did it automatically do the damage for me?
No, you'll need to roll the damage.
Okay, cool. And then okay, this is the first round, and then I'll add the other 2 on there as well.
It is destroyed.
Yeah.
As it does so, the souls that enshroud your blade are actually the souls of innocent men, women, and children that were slain by Dren's forces, who are basically grabbed onto your blade and are trying to defeat them. As this one is slain, the body goes limp, but the soul doesn't actually fall. You actually notice that several souls peel off your blade and seem to drag this sailor down into the water. You see him sort of splashing as he's then pulled down into the depths.
Love to see it. Retribution! And then I pass it on. That's my
All right. Elistane.
Beautiful. So, as often happens when Alistane is casting his spells, the gems around his head and his horns and his back separate from his body and begin to hover, and start to crystallize the air around them as cold energy begins to flow through it. And I am going to cast Cone of Cold.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
So that's a 60-foot cone, and it is a con save DC 14. And as he inhales.
All right.
Let me know.
Can you tell me
and
which
that is-
ones you're going to hit?
Yeah, I am going to target the ones that are coming up behind us, because it seems like we've got these two
So, like,
getting closer to covered.
So kinda
Yeah,
like-
I'm going to see. Can I
like
hit
that?
all 3 of them?
I'll say yeah.
Yeah, right about there. That sounds great. I can also move closer if that helps get
Oh,
that
no.
furthest one.
No, that's fine. In fact, quite the opposite. You will automatically
yeah.
hit,
Beautiful.
and you will also critical hit.
Beautiful.
Because this is cold damage, yeah?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, do the thing.
And I saw that it was like the molten
Yep.
cold.
Yep.
We got this.
Yep.
Yep.
all right. So what is that? Double the damage or double the dice?
Both.
Oh. All right. So as Alistane inhales and the ice, the air crystallizes around him, cracking as the heat starts to get to it. May the winter winds cull your sins, and blasts the cone of cold at these poor damned souls.
All right.
And I would very much love.
Which you do so like. Do you want to take the breath?
Yes.
Do it.
Very good.
Very cool.
Aha.
Wisdom.
I see what you did there.
8d8. Here we go. Bam.
All right.
Do it
33
again.
damage. So that
And then you
becomes,
said double the dice or double the damage?
So that's one lot of the damage, right?
Yes.
So roll it again.
So, alrighty.
So that's 63. Cool. That is undead. 4, 6, and 3, who immediately solidify into statues of gold.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Ah!
Very useful, Alistair. Isn't as a
Tell
gun
these
to
guys
gold.
These guys need to chill a bit.
Hey.
Keep them cool, gang. Keep them cool.
All right. At the end of the round, one of the eyes on the statue open. Let's see. I feel like it's only fair that Rob rolls a d10.
Fuck
Roll,
you.
roll a d10, Rob.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I am not a fan.
A 1.
Okay.
That does not seem portentous.
So, the first eye that opens is the one atop. There is a one of the eyes on the beholder totem takes notice of the group, targeting Alistane.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the roll you got? Sorry, Rob. Was that 1?
I got a 1.
1.
All right. You must make me a charisma saving throw, please. Your target number is 18.
You also get to +4 to that because you're within 10 feet of me.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. Paladins.
Reflected charisma.
Good.
Charisma. With a +4. All right. Let's see what we got. That'll work.
Oh, you boy.
That'll
Yeah.
work. All right. You feel a force trying to confuse or otherwise disorient you. You hear the whisperings that seem to come from deep inside that kind of like sort of like rattle around in your brain. It tried to confuse you and get you to do some stuff.
Suck it, beholder eye.
The next eye opens.
Psychic.
But no one is in that section.
Uh-huh.
The next eye opens, and no one is in that section. And the last eye opens, and no one's in that section. All right. So,
This is a stupid trap.
Yeah.
No wonder I didn't get in. No wonder I didn't make it into the DM competition. Trap sucks.
worthless. No. Okay. So as you see this, the different totem heads start to then rotate, and you hear the sound of the kind of gold and stone beginning to move as they adjust for the next round. We then go to the top of the round, which is back to Swift. There are 2 of these
Yeah.
creatures remaining.
There are 2 of these creatures remaining. I am going to ask again, since I have the high ground this time. Do I have advantage? At the GM's discretion, according to the GM's handbook.
You may have advantage.
Thank you.
I don't. That's not. I don't have eyelashes to bat at you. That's not. That's not.
Very true.
Hey, you gotta use
Can I please?
whatever weapons you have at your disposal. Whatever you've got, right?
And look,
All right,
I've already given you a trap. I mean, geez.
Okay, in that case, I'm pulling out the musket. This is happening. We're gonna see Piranha against undead action. Are you ready for this?
All right, 22 will hit.
Whoop.
Nice.
In which case, I whip out my musket and pray to Poseidon for a good chunky hit. And I whisper under my breath, all right, let's see if this does anything. So that is 25 points of piranha-based damage.
Nice.
We love it.
See it.
A
I
shoulder.
love the piranha gun so much.
Me too. So the musket kind of bulges for a second, like, whoop, and then boom! 25 tiny piranhas, a shoal of piranhas, fly out as they go across.
Yeah.
Looking slightly concerned that they are now in another realm, but I'm assuming that that's fine. Launch themselves towards Mr. Shiny over here.
Excellent. A few
the
moments
top Mr.
later,
Shiny.
you hear a hot popping and sizzling and the smell of fried fish as when they bite into it, that gold covers them and coats them again and fries them almost instantly. But they're not
Golden
real. I think
piranhas.
they might be real. I
Cold.
don't know.
They're not real anymore.
All right.
But hey,
anything-
now we have food for the ferryman.
Yes. Anything with your move action or the like?
Fried fish.
I am going to move back slightly. That's it. Just 5 feet backwards.
All right. The creatures. They start with a free action, and each of them will gaze at the group. I need everyone to make me 2 Constitution saving throws, please. Let us do this in order so that we can show the audience what we get, starting with Captain Fork.
I believe that most people are within 10 feet as well, so get a +4.
Oh
Do
yeah.
you
Oh
have
yeah.
dark
Oh
vision?
yeah.
Boy.
Do you have dark vision?
Love you.
Do I have dark vision?
Fine.
Constitution
I do,
save.
just 60 feet.
Constitution save with the +4. Whoa, what was that? Did I do that?
You did.
No,
No, that was me.
Swift.
Sorry.
Oh, that was sweet. It will discount.
Mine is a 23.
Yep.
Boy.
27.
And go again.
No, I added the 4.
Oh.
I've got a 0 con. Oh, you want 2? Yes, that's
Yes.
right. +4 again, because I'm still within 10 feet. Blah, blah, blah. And a 14.
Paladins are so good.
So one will fail,
Mechanically.
one will succeed. As the first one looks at you, you take 28 damage from the second. And you take 13 from the second, the one that you saved for. This is fire damage as your skin begins to boil as hot gold starts to basically just manifest and sort of pour on you like these gold dusts, almost like embers of gold start to burn onto your skin, slowly transforming you into gold.
So I take 13. Wait, so I take 13 from the first, with the one that I succeeded, which is. And then I take how many from the second?
27.
27. My statue, my Poseidon statue, is standing there. All is just tried to punch that other guy. He goes into this swift movement to like block from me, and I'm going to use my reaction. When I or a creature I can see takes damage within 10 feet of my tentacle, I can use my reaction to reduce it by 2d8.
Done.
Spectacular.
Yeah, nice.
That-
And you've still got those temporary hit points as well, mind you.
Yes, the 27 is reduced by 6, so 21 points of damage. There we go.
Nice.
And we're all making this save for that damage, aren't we?
Yes, you are.
Oh boy.
Next up, Alistane, if you would be so kind.
I can certainly do that. 2 Constitution, you said, right?
Yes, I did.
With a +4 from Dread.
Yeah, look, they weren't very strong,
Well-
but they were the wandering boss fight from Ardana, so they actually are pretty formidable if they get to swarm you. You guys did good. All right, 12 will fail,
And,
as will 15.
It's
Oh, wait,
a
no, they won't.
What am I
16.
16 and
12 will,
16
15 won't.
and 19.
Yeah.
16 was. It's not a 12. It's a 16 because he.
Yeah,
adds
we
his
get a
4
+4 on
The
top.
+4.
Yeah, 16 and
then a
19.
Right, okay, yes, both will succeed then.
Beautiful.
Yeah, the DC is 13 on this. All right.
I got a. So I succeeded on my last one. Then I got a 14 as my lower of the 2.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes, you would have.
Boy,
So
I'm gonna take
so
back.
you can take back
Wait,
13.
So 23. 27. Was halved to 13. Then I reduced it by 6. So I would have only taken 7 damage. Okay, got it.
And what did I take?
Let's see. So that
Or did I
is
take?
half of 28 for the first one,
What's it?
and then half of 23 for the second.
Okay.
So that is 14 plus
And
11. So
11
11.
or 12.
11. Let's go 11.
11.
14 plus 7,
If-
25 damage from Alistane.
You always
it.
round down.
Yep. All right. Third up, Swift.
Good luck, Swift.
Okay, Constitution saving throws. 2 of them.
Yep.
Number
plus
1.
4.
That is 9 plus
That's a
4, so that's a beautiful
13.
13.
13. Meet and
That'll
beat.
meet and beat. And your next
And
one.
second.
We'll be.
It's 16.
You're gonna love paladins, though, right?
Loving the paladin.
Good.
We love paladins.
All right, so that is 10 and 11.
Let's see the GM.
That is 21 points of damage.
With an astonishing array of bounds, kicks, leaps, and one moment where she looks like she's doing the limbo. Swift uses uncanny dodge to half that damage.
Yeah,
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, boy. You can half one of them.
Also love
Yeah, you
rage.
have, which is fine. So you'll half 1 to 5, so that'll be 15 damage.
15
Instead of
damage.
21.
All right.
Yeah.
Goodbye, temporary hit points. I loved you.
All right, and then Azalis.
You will.
All right, here we go. Oh boy, of course I'm gonna fail this. 9.
No!
The first one.
And your second one?
All right.
Quick, get him a mirror so we can have
no,
plus
you know
4.
what? I have inspiration.
but-
I'm gonna re-roll
Yeah, use
that.
your group inspiration. Go for the reroll.
Yeah. Wait, is it? Yeah, because I got one from before, right? So we all have
this
it.
is
It's
the
on the
group.
table.
Everyone
one,
had a
right?
group inspiration.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a re-roll. Why not? Oh, no, I'm gonna save it for crit fishing. Of course I am. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'll take that first load of damage. It's fine. All right, the second one is gonna be a 22. Yeah. So as seeing everyone like going really well, I'm gonna stand strong, and that's when I get hit with that first lot.
All right, so you take 16
Got
damage in
distracted.
full.
15 for the first one.
16. And then
16. Okay. Cool.
13 points of damage for the second.
Okay, 13 for the second.
Yeah, so 29
Okay,
in total.
cool. 29 in total. Love
All
to
right,
see
we
it.
also have Kethra Moonsea coming in with a magic bag.
Hey.
So
Hey.
here's what we're gonna add in as well. Azalis, you feel your body
Ooh.
starting to stiffen as you have failed the save. You feel like your body is not moving as well as it should be, and your body is turning into a statue bit by bit.
I immediately start to take the pose that I want to be a statue.
Yeah.
Statue. I'm like,
Yeah.
glory!
Like glory!
If you fail this check 3 times, you turn to a statue.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Just put me somewhere prominent, guys. It's fine.
Yeah.
No.
You'll be the figurehead of my new ship.
However,
Gold figurehead. The whole
However,
ship
that
will be
being
like
said,
this in the water.
Yeah.
that being
So
said,
good.
Azalis, you
Yeah.
remember that in your pouch you actually have something very special.
I do.
It is it's actually a deviled egg sandwich made from fresh basilisk eggs. You were actually sent
Ooh.
this from a really, really good friend of yours from across the way. He sent you a message telling you all about his adventures in the Mockingbear Plains and how he had some leftovers that he wanted to send to you and the crew. This is as I mentioned, deviled egg sandwich that will remove the paralysis condition or function in the same equivalent vein as stone to flesh, should it be consumed. If you are, of course, stoned and unable to consume it,
Yeah, I was going to say, eat it before you touch
Smush
it.
it.
you
Like
can
smash it into the orifice.
you can
Smash
mash
it.
it into
So make sure you turn to stone with like that,
yeah, you
Yeah.
can mash it into
Yeah.
any open orifice
Just-
orifice.
and just
In the
hope
ears.
that your
Or
friend
or actually
hope that some
we'll have
really
it-
good
we'll-
friends come and
Yeah,
come
we'll
by
have it
and
that
got
the
some
smell,
vandals.
the aroma will
The aroma of it.
unpetrify at least your
Hells
mouth,
yeah.
so you can like eat it.
Love to see it.
Okay, that is the magic
Yeah.
item given by our wonderful Kethra Moonsea. So thank you, Kethra.
Thank you,
you.
Kethra.
All right.
I'll add some infantry now.
Okay, so they basically again spit out, or should I say, like, I know this is gonna sound gross. MC warning for a brief moment. These pustules of glowing boils on their body burst, which is where all this this gold powder had suddenly, and then we got a raid. Missed the MC warning. Oh well. As these flakes of solid gold, burning hot ash fall on the characters, you kind of feel it burning at you. Azalis, you feel it kind of hardening as well as it sort of starts to freeze you slowly in place. That is something these guys do as a free action. These guys then hobble over to you. 5, 10. 5, 10. That is their full movement to do that. Because they are made of solid gold. Well, more or less solid gold. So they cannot move fast at all. So as they climb up. All right, which brings us then very nicely to Captain Razorbeak.
All right, he goes. Boom. Seeing that cold damage messed him up before, I'm going to step into this one's melee range and then out of that one's melee range. Gold Blight 2.
How
he take an
smart or
attack of
wise are
opportunity?
they?
Yeah, they'll take one. I mean,
They can
do it.
swing.
Give me an attack of opportunity, Gold Blight.
Yeah, they'll take an attack of opportunity. What do they have? They're gonna punch you with their big hands.
I punch.
Do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it.
Oh, that kicked over that 20 pretty quick.
It's Gold Fist.
It will hit you.
Hey.
All right, give me some damage.
All right, that is 15 points of damage, which is absorbed to deal 0
As
damage.
it strikes me into my ice armor of Agathis, he retaliatory takes 25 cold damage.
Nice.
That is 50 damage.
Yes.
And that is this guy up here, which is Undead 2. Oh, he's still
Undead.
alive.
Undead 2 is still alive. Interesting. Then in
Oh,
that
I'm not
case,
dead yet.
in that
I'm
case,
not dead yet.
but I'm very badly hurt. Then in that case, I will have as a bonus action, I will flick my Poseidon statue. He's just deflected damage from me. He changes his statue into like a lunging pose. He can hit. He's got a 10-foot reach, so from where he is, he's going to hit Undead 2 as well, or he's going to try. Let's hope for the best. That's going to be a 20, 30-20.
Dirty 20.
30-20
That's
hits.
Dirty 20. Yeah, that'll hit.
That is 7 points of cold. It should be, I think, for that guy. Let me
If
double
it's
check.
cold, yeah, then he is dead.
I'll
Yes.
just double check for sure, so that I'm not telling you the wrong thing. It is. Where is his attack? Oh, 2d8 cold. Yeah, 2d8 cold. So that was
1d8
one
cold.
and
He'll-
another one.
As he hits him, the molten gold starts to harden, and once again, he begins to freeze.
Hell.
All right. He punched me for 15 before, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, as he punched me, the armor of Agathis was removed. So I'm out of that. So you know what? As my action, I will recast it. As all of the shards disappear, they're about to splash down in the water, and then I'm like, not today, and they back up onto my body, and then I will step out of that one's melee range.
Falcon punch. He'll miss.
He'll miss, even if I'm opting to not add my dexterity.
If you're willing to relent, he will go with advantage.
Yeah, I want him to hit me, so I'm
Yep,
trying
go
to not. Yeah, I'm trying to goad him into hitting me.
All right. What's that? 12 damage.
12 damage. He takes 25.
Kerplop as he explodes.
I like the image of Falk like walking up to both of them, being like, "Come on,
Hit me right here,
Come on.
right here, right here.
Right here, buddy. Okay.
Captain. I know you're feeling bad about yourself, but you don't have to do that."
All right.
You know what's
We then
crazy,
go
like- yeah,
to
sorry.
Azalis. Azalis. All that is left is this rotating statue in the center of the doorway. It has to be disabled for the door to open. What do you do? I'm
How
gonna move
far
it a bit
away
closer
is
'cause
it?
I don't want you guys. Yeah, hold on, I'm gonna move it a bit
Also,
closer because I don't want you
It's
guys.
been a while
to...
since it's been a while since I've like read the write up for it.
Well,
so I
you
don't
don't know
if
about it. You're a player,
I
and
kn-
you wouldn't metagame.
You're
with
exactly
me on
right. I
Table,
wouldn't
would you?
metagame
Yeah,
at
you
all.
wouldn't.
No, not at all. So I'm just gonna do the Azalis thing and yell glory, and then just start running up towards the totem and then take a swing at it.
All right, very well. You may move your
What's
character.
the distance?
Wait.
Let's see. 10, 20,
What, you're
30,
attacking the
about
totem?
35 foot.
Attack the totem. Yeah.
Yeah, about 35 foot.
I can't see any buttons or anything. Can I as I approach?
What you see is a gold and stone statue with
Yep.
4 distinct heads. Each
Yep.
one seems to have a kind of a closed eye, except for the moments where they instigate some sort of eye
Yeah.
attack of some kind, where it reveals a gemstone set into its
Right.
into its face.
The whereabouts is
Wait,
the
but-
beholder's one that's open?
Okay, so right now, the beholder is up north. The
Up the top?
illithid is down south. The strange aquatic
Oh
eye
right,
is to the west, and the aboleth is to the east.
Right, so they're not stacked. They're just sort of like on the same plane. And
No, they
then-
are stacked.
They are stacked.
Yeah, they're
so
stacked.
is the
They're just
beholder on
facing
top?
different ways.
Right.
They're all facing a different quarter.
How high? How high is the beholder? The one that's currently open.
That is the one on the top.
The top. Okay, cool. Which
Uppermost. Yeah.
I can't attack the open eye right now.
It's
can I? 'Cause
20
it's
foot
too
up.
high. Yeah. Right. I'm gonna attack the. Yeah. Good. Sorry. Swift.
No. Sorry, you're attacking, which means you're doing something right now. I'll ask afterwards.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna make an attack on the bottom one.
All right. You take a swing, and as you do so, your blade seems to hit this structure. Deal your damage. None of your radiant damage goes through.
None of my radiant damage goes through, so it's just my 2d6, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Do I need to make any attack? Do I need to make any? If I did weapon master, do I just modify that?
Anything that's considered to be physical damage goes through, but
Right.
yeah, damage like radiant and stuff won't go through.
Yeah, cool. I'm gonna re-roll that too, knowing that it's probably not a good idea anyway. That doesn't matter. Okay, cool. So it's gonna be 17.
All right, 17. You can see that it is incredibly tough, reinforced concrete and metal. Your blade does ding it, but it will take you a fair while to chop this tree down, as it were.
Yeah. I'll make my second attack anyway, doing the same thing.
Carry on.
Oosh. All right, re-roll that one. All right, it's gonna be 12 plus 24.
24.
total.
Nice. Okay, just keeping track of. Okay. That is 24.
Knowing that as being like one of my mightiest blows without like any radiant damage, I'm gonna say it's hardy.
Yep. All right. It is definitely scratched up the head quite a lot.
Okay.
Alistane.
Do I get the sense that this thing might be a puzzle of sorts?
Yeah.
You get the sense that it's a trap, and there is definitely a way to disable the mechanism.
Cool.
Not so much a solve this riddle. I mean, if you want, I can make it a riddle. Would you like a riddle?
I wanna.
I got a
wanna
great riddle.
see-
I've been sitting on it for like ever since we started this game. I've just never found an opportunity to use it.
It's quite warm now.
That's up to you.
Okay. Let's try the riddle. If you don't want to do the riddle, you
well-
can just disable it the normal way. All right.
Just to be clear,
Yeah.
real quick,
Yeah.
there's the beholder's at the top.
Yep.
That seems to have done its thing and is now. Does
No,
that part
it's
seem
they
over?
do their thing
Or
in
it's
different
still-
quadrants, and they keep
Yeah.
rotating constantly.
I believe it's on like initiative 20 right
Interesting.
now.
Yeah, well, it's on the lowest initiative, so it goes at the end of the
Yeah.
round.
All right.
Sure, hit me with the riddle.
All right, here we go. All right, you notice in the water near you, there seems to be a barrel of grog sunk into the river itself.
Okay.
As you look at it, there appears to be a cup hanging from the side of the barrel, and the actual name of the actual whatever's in the barrel is called Dren's Gold.
Okay.
That is all.
That is all.
Is that a riddle?
Riddle, puzzle, riddle, ruzzle, dazzle.
It's a
Ruzzle?
It's a razzle
Razzle
dazzle.
dazzle.
Hit
The
him with
razzle
the
dazzle.
old razzle dazzle.
Just like,
Razzle dazzle 'em.
Oh my.
Interesting.
And the cup seems to be attached to the barrel.
yes.
Or is it...
You'll need to go down to inspect more.
Yes. Okay. Can I? Water walk.
You
by
may.
Chance.
You water
I'm
walk.
going to. I'm gonna
Hey, go.
dip a toe before I'm just like walking across the water. I'm gonna like dip a toe in.
The water is fine.
If anything
Despite the name
happens,
of the map, it is not actually the river Styx.
Cool. I was like, I gonna get my soul sucked out of my body?
Yeah.
No, you're
Can
good.
it just suddenly
What's
go
going on?
crazy, lose
No,
your
no, you're
memory?
good. The only thing you
Do I
got to
need
worry
a
about is the
large,
undead, but you
muscular
cleared out
Grecian
most of
man
the
to
ones
come
in this
jump
area.
to me?
All right. Now, you can see that the barrel is beneath you. It is maybe 10 foot underwater from where you can see it. You notice that all around it, almost in the same configuration as the totems, is a tankard, each of which seem to have a different look about it. One's like this copper tankard, one's an iron tankard, one's an onyx tankard, and one is a wooden tankard. As they all seem to hang on the side of this barrel, there is a inscription written on.
I've seen this movie. Just choose the wooden one because Jesus was a carpenter.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
Who's
chose
Jesus?
poorly.
Look. A label is inscribed saying that Barnacle Ale, it says Dren's Gold. The captain must have his drink before he sets sail.
Right.
That is the
And what were-
phrase written there. The
and what
captain
were the
must have his
cups
drink
again?
before he sets sail.
It was an onyx cup. It was a silver.
Gold, onyx, silver, and
gold, onyx, silver,
and
wood.
wooden. I think I said copper, but I meant gold.
Got you.
The
Yep.
gold, onyx, copper, wood.
I relay
gonna write it
that
down.
information back to the group. It's a bit of a quandary, right? Because
what?
it's
You
like
found
it's
a-
the-
You found the barrel of ale? What are you doing, Alistair? We've got to get this trap open.
I have a feeling this might have something to do with it, at the
Oh.
very least.
Okay, I mean, you do you.
It's a little bit
Doesn't
weird that
seem
it
to
is just, it's in the middle of the river and it's very clearly inscribed with a riddle.
Well, I
It
mean, whatever.
seems
You
pretty-
do what you need to. I'm not good with riddles. I'm not the smartest person.
All right. As Alistair inspects the riddle and will give it some
Yep.
consideration,
Yes.
the group is now in the quadrant of the. What did I say? The Illithid. So I need
Ah.
wisdom saves
Oh,
for
God damn it.
Yeah, that'll do it.
everybody.
Intelligence saves.
No, wisdom saves, mate.
Oh, okay.
Oh, interesting.
+4 if you're within 10 feet of me. I don't think everyone is.
Oh, this is the active
I don't know
elements.
if I might.
Within 10 foot,
think I'm in
Swift
water.
and
Fork.
Alistair
I
are
am.
not.
Oh, okay.
Wait, yeah, I
This is
am.
gonna hurt then.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Wish me
Wise.
luck.
Wise.
Are we doing this
Oh,
one by one
actually, I'm
again?
wise.
One by one again.
Oh,
please,
that'll
yeah.
work.
All right,
Hopefully
I'll
that'll
keep
work.
that one for Alistair because he rolled it before I said it. But yes,
Sorry.
Captain, if you would go first, please.
The captain gets. Oh fuck! Even with +8, I have a plus. I have a plus.
Fork.
Oh fuck!
Oh, boy.
Fuck!
All right.
Give a
Well,
plus
I had a
nine.
plus. I had a +9, and I got a 3 on the dice.
Oh boy.
Okay. Well,
Oh.
that Dread.
What?
I'm still.
Oh, okay.
Turn yet.
Okay, that's okay. That's all right. I'll reroll.
Well,
It's
I'm
fine.
gonna give you a natural one now. No,
No,
four.
don't do that.
You have a 12. However, you do still have a group inspiration, and you have a hero point.
What a fail!
Oh, okay, very well.
Yeah.
All right. The Illithid eye seems to collide with your mind and your psyche. You feel yourself slipping back into a position where you can almost see your body moving without your consent. However, as this was actually a very, very familiar feeling for Falk, I'm going to give you an advantage on your roll.
Oh yeah!
Because
Here
you
we
are
go.
accustomed.
Psychic trauma advantage.
Yeah, it's basically
Psychic
you've
trauma.
played-
We
yeah,
love
you've
it.
played- You've played trauma before, so I mean, this is
30-20.
Trauma before it was cool.
beautiful. So you feel this entity or this thing kind of pushing you out of your body, and you're like, not again, and you just shove it back out by force.
Hells yeah.
Sheer willpower.
This totem seems to be affecting minds.
Okay, Alistair, you have managed to stave off the influence as well. Swift,
Yar.
it is your turn.
Wisdom saving throw, huh?
Wisdom. Yes,
Interesting.
please making me for to the wisdom
Interesting.
check.
That would be a natural 1.
Yay!
You're so welcome.
That'd be a 0.
Oh, I got nothing, guys.
So in my homebrew, unless you want to re-roll it, which I presume you did.
No, I thought you wanted 2. Sorry.
No, just 1. Unless you want to
okay,
reroll it with
sorry.
your group inspiration or your hero point. That is actually what I call a catastrophic failure. So any check or any result
Yeah.
that results in
I
anything
don't like
lower
the
than
sound of
1,
that. I'm going to reroll it.
you don't want to reroll it.
You don't want to. You don't want a catastrophic failure.
You sure?
Shockingly, the idea of a catastrophic failure does not sound like fun, so I'm going to try
No,
and
it does
reroll it.
not.
Let's reroll it
And
then.
we're going to
Fun
see what
roll.
happens.
And we're not going to
Praise
encounter
the gods of dice, guys.
Oh, dice gods, please.
By the god of math rocks, 13.
13. Still no good, but at least not a catastrophic failure.
Catastrophic.
All right. Now, as you feel this influence coming over your head, something seems to be dominating your presence. You hear some words. And the phrase that you must...
and then you hear some more words saying, oh, sorry, I had a fishbone in my
Yes.
throat."
Sorry, I had a little thing in my throat. You
Swift is like,
understand.
Daddy.
You understand these words to mean, do not allow anyone to approach or interfere with the eyes of the totem at all cost.
Do I
However-
have to obey it?
You must obey it. However,
Yep.
so long as you're obeying it, you're immune to any further effects from the totem.
Okay. And I can obey this in any way.
Yes.
Cool.
And destroying them is not a way to prevent them from destroying it.
Okay, that's fine. Swift says, guys, let's get to the boat where it can't reach us.
All right. Azalis, make your roll.
All right, so I do get a reroll. Take that as a yes. I rolled a
Yeah,
7
reroll
before.
it. Go on, go on.
Okay, go on. There you
Go on, you cheeky bugger, you.
Go on, you cheeky
Oh,
bugger.
Yeah, you.
Hey, much better. 19.
Woo!
All right, with a 19, you managed to also stave off the influence of this this head. Once again, the totems reassess and are now facing. Let's see who is facing you now. It is the
Cute bunny rabbit.
Abuleth.
Ooh.
Good.
That would be a no.
Hey,
Good, 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 good.
I'm not even sorry.
Right.
However, as the Aboleth head turns, the eye is already open and is remaining open. The area in this quadrant suddenly starts to have these wriggling, writhing tendrils that start to rise up, and basically anyone who's moving through this area must make a dexterity saving throw or be attacked by these tentacles as they now fill this massive bison.
You're welcome.
Hey, Dag.
Yeah.
Hey, Dag.
Yeah.
Hey, Dag. Misty Step.
You're immune to the effects, Swift.
Does not matter.
Yeah, but yes,
they
you
can't
Misty Step.
know.
Yeah,
They can't know.
It's very true. It's very true. Deception 101. You will indeed Misty Step. All right, but the whole area is now tendrils, etc. All right,
Am I in the area? I'm out on the
you're
wall.
out of the area. Yeah, you're not in that. It's basically anywhere on the walkway that's in this area. All right, Swift, we go to you.
Get to the boat, guys. Get to the boat. It can't get us out here.
I'm on the water already.
Is he? Did Alistair get attacked?
He did not. No.
See, Alistair was fine. Get to the water. Just get away from the trap. We can figure out something.
Alistair's currently like looking between different mugs in his hands. This one, maybe it's this one.
Like being
The wooden
IKEA.
one seems the obvious choice, right? That's the humblest among them. But is was it Dren's thing? Like, I don't know. It's sort of a, like, is the obvious answer, like, too obvious? Is it a trick question? I'm not sure.
So, are we still in initiative?
Are we still in initiative?
Let's say a loose initiative. So you guys will
Yeah,
all get
okay,
a
cool.
action to take before the totem gets to act again.
Okay,
Cool.
cool.
So I will hold my action, but I will call to the guys to get off the
Right.
plinth.
Cool.
Yeah,
I look to Fork.
Not retreat. What's a more gloriful way to say retreat?
Regroup.
Fall back.
A tactical assessment's needed. We don't know what we're fighting.
And then I will fly my whatever feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yep.
I'll fly back to the boat. I'll get my my tentacle to be coming back to the boat as well.
Cool. The tentacles try and like lash up to get you, but you're just above where they can reach, so they.
And my statue seems to like dart between them because it's not a creature, so it can't be.
Alistair's gonna use the wooden mug.
Alistair's going to use the wooden
Get
mug.
back to the boat.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. So as you open the tap for the barrel, given that the barrel is underwater, the ale just goes into the water and doesn't fill your cup. Hence the point of a riddle.
So I'll move 5 feet, and then obviously I get affected by these tentacles, right?
Yes. So dexterity saving throw, please.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you will be grappled.
Grappled by tiny tentacles.
Tiny tentacles.
We
Tiny
call that
tentacles.
Saturday.
Tiny tentacles. Gonna grab and eat the snake.
50.
That will fail.
Okay.
So you are grabbed by the tentacles, and then they will deal damage. You take 22 points of bludgeoning damage as the tentacles restrain you.
That's 51.
You may make a dex or strength check to try and break free if you would like.
Right.
Otherwise, you're stuck here.
I'm just grappled, not restrained.
You are restrained.
Okay, cool.
First time he's ever been restrained.
Not a good idea, Swift! I'm stuck!
Since we're sort of loosey-goosey initiative, I used an action. I used my movement to fly there,
Yep.
and then I'll use my action to sort of dash back towards him and fly down towards him and to
Grab my legs.
and give him advantage on the strength
You may
breaking
do
out of
so.
it.
Strength.
So I'm-
Yeah. Strength bonus. Let's make it so.
6. And...
it so.
Ooh. It's gonna be a 20.
You hear the sounds of like ripping and tearing as the tentacles pull out. The sinew breaks
Like that we
free,
all
and you are
had the
now
same
airborne.
ideas for what the sound would be.
See?
Yeah.
It worked just fine.
And then I'll move. I'll start to move back, but essentially I've used all of my stuff to get him out of it.
Yeah.
All right.
So the barrel is fully submerged underwater, correct?
Correct.
Interesting. And what was the exact wording of the inscription?
The captain must have his drink before he sets sail. Also, choose gold and put it underwater on the ship. That's what it says as well. We're talking over him as he said. Choose the gold cup, fill it with the barrel, but you have to say the magic word abracadabra before you turn on the tap. He said that. He said all that under his breath.
All that is very swift.
I'll do that.
All right. So hey, so what are you gonna do?
No, I'm kidding. I'll use the gold, but I maybe try and fill it up with the actual gold that's in the river.
Ooh.
So you're filling it with the gold from the river. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Then what?
Drink it.
Drink it.
Oh my god.
As you drink the water from the
Lightest
river,
cocktail.
all of a sudden you hear this. As the totem descends into the platform, twisting as it winds down and
I'm
disappears.
glad that worked because my next guess was to Misty step over to Falk and throw him in the water.
Captain must
have his drink.
Yeah,
Captain
yeah.
drink.
Captain
Flip the
must go in the drink.
Damn! I should have waited. I feel like I should have waited. All right.
Captain must go in the drink.
All right.
Very
Before he sets
funny.
sail. Captain, just bear with me 1 second.
All All right.
Hang on, trust me on this.
Uh,
Alistair?
I don't,
Carrot?
Alistair, I don't trust you as far as I can throw you.
Fuck.
Well, funny you should
Why
say
do
that.
people like Goldschlager at all? She's
It is
terrible.
delicious and it tastes like donuts. Okay, that's why. Try to call me out.
Swift hands Alistair a carrot.
Thank you. Like, kind of starts like rubbing it against his teeth, like almost like a toothbrush.
You also
like,
look back at
brushing his
the water and realize that there's hundreds of dead bodies floating in it.
Alistair
It's like
retches.
tea.
All right. As you do so. As you do
Sorry,
so.
that reminds me. What do you? Oh, this is terrible. What do you call a leper in a hot tub? Leper in a hot tub.
Stew?
Soup.
Oh, soup.
Yeah.
Gross and awesome.
Anyway, please continue.
All right. The sounds of massive rattling chains can be heard falling limply to the floor as the huge golden gates that lead into this chamber now open. There is a rush of water that flows outwards yet again, and on the other side you hear the sounds, ideally, of a pristine beach. The sounds of the seagulls' calls, the waves on the rocks. It almost has a homely feel. But there is something else. This impending sense of dread. As you step to the precipice, it is here that we will end today's session.
Nice.
Panning out on the cliffside of a massive beach. And what looks to be an altar with a clenched fist emblazoned with gold, holding on to what looks to be a large, terrifying, scraggly beard.
Ooh.
And that is where we're going to end today's session.
Ooh.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming and joining us. And holy crap, we managed to not only kill that freaking secret menu item, but we also got to surprise our dear friend Rob with something very special.
I'm gonna have to add to my trap that it can be defeated by drinking golden stew.
By drinking golden stew. That was a little extra.
Not just stew, necro stew.
Necro stew.
Necro stew. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Necrotic stew. It was an awesome idea that Rob came up with.
You went really easy on us with it.
Yeah.
Look,
You weren't using any of the constant
like
elements.
it was a deadly encounter for level like 11 to 16.
11 to
Yeah,
16.
deadly.
So one of the things I did do is I only made it so that you guys were facing one direction. Another way I was actually gonna make it really, really deadly if I wanted to was actually have it on constantly rotating rings, so that there was one ring going one way, one ring going the other way. So even if you stood still, it was constantly moving you through the different fields. It was an amazing it was an amazing trap, and I definitely tip my hat to the person who created it, whoever that could be. I would never compliment Rob,
Whoever.
but I would say that this anonymous ghostwriter who came up with this trap definitely did an amazing job with it. And I'm glad you got to enjoy it. In addition, it has been awesome to see everyone and catch up again. I'm not going to pottle on too much because, of course, we started super late and we ended super late. So, guys, let's, of course, give a big farewell to our audience. Rob, where can we find you? What's all the cool stuff? And let's go.
I do Dungeons and Dragons related content so many times a week, and lately been playing some Monkey Island in my downtime as well, because that's a lot of fun. I'm Robert Hartley, GM. I stream on Twitch. You can find me on YouTube, or you can find me on Viva la Dirt League D&D, where we've just hit our 100th episode of the campaign last night, and it was very exciting. So go check it all out.
Amazing. Next up, of course, Patrick, our dear friend. Tell us where we can find you and your wonderful stuff.
Hello, everybody. I am Patrick Keefe. You can find me everywhere on the internet at That Gray Gentleman, primarily on Instagram, TikTok, and other places. primarily do also D&D content. I do a lot of sketch comedy with myself. And I also do some acting and voice acting along the way. Yeah. That's about it.
Yeah. Then, of course, the wonderful and amazing Janet.
That's me. Hi, I'm Janet Forbes. I run CEO World Anvil, which is a world building and gaming platform, campaign management, character management, all that good stuff for D&D 5e and a whole bunch of dozens of other systems as well. And when I'm not doing that, I'm a writer. I write novels, I write RPGs, and you can find me at World Anvil pretty much everywhere. If you go to YouTube, you can find me, yes, me, giving you world building and writing advice as well. So if you're up for that, that's there. It exists. Yay, it's love.
And, of course, none other than the dreaded GM himself.
Hello. Hi, I'm Josh from Dread GM. I love tabletop role playing. Blah blah blah. I love tabletop role playing games.
And I speak for a living.
I speak for a living.
I
yeah.
make words with
I
my
do make
face hole.
words. Yeah, I try to make my slip ups charming, and sometimes it pays off. If you want to see what I do, head over to the channel Dread GM on Twitch, and I'm there on Mondays, Module Mondays, and I try to get as much stuff up on there as possible. We got some really cool stuff coming to YouTube very soon, so go check out our YouTube channel as well, because we are very close to releasing our games there. That we've been doing a lot of tech and game prep and stuff like that. So it feels like it's been so long since that's been happening, but we're very close for that coming out to you soon. Or join the Discord or follow on Twitter, where I post all the announcements and stuff like that as well. So yeah, thank you so much.
Amazing. And guys, my name is Mike. I'm Delta Gamer. This is my place. This is my face. You can find it here a bunch of times during the week. We have slightly less games on for the next quarter because we need a break. So right now we've got games on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Next week, of course, we are back for our finale, our 3-hour special finale of Sirens and Silver. So we're doing Sirens and Silver back to back, and then yeah, who knows what we're gonna be doing next? I've got a couple of ideas which I'm gonna float past people and decide what we're gonna do. So stay tuned for those cool and exciting things. In addition, we have on Sundays a new series, a Twitch Play series, where I'm playing City of Mist. So come check that out as well, because that's gonna be one of my first audience-sponsored shows, where I'm gonna run it as long as you guys want me to. If you guys don't want me to run it, I won't run it. But if you guys do, then that's, oh my god. Okay, there you go. And if you want to see something else cool, guys, I did a Monkey Island game with Rob, and it was freaking awesome and so much fun. It's actually one of the things that's inspired our current Monkey Island obsession. It was a hell of a lot of fun, and it was run by our dear friend Myri from Orkenspalter TV. So you'll be able to find it on Orkenspalter TV on YouTube very soon, or you can still catch it here in the VODs on Twitch. So yeah, go check that out as well. We are now going to go and raid someone. Let's see, who's out and about, who's doing some stuff. But as we do, of course, we want to give another shout out and thank you to everyone who helped sponsor the event for today. Rob's Trap, which was an absolute hoot. And of course, a huge shout out to the people who came and raided us as well. Rollstream, Hero Zone. Was there one more? No. Yeah. Hero Zone and Rollstream. Thank you so much for raiding us earlier on today. And thank you to everyone who follows and enjoys the content that we do. We do this stuff because it's fun, but we continue doing it because we love you guys. You guys are our communities, and we enjoy making stuff that brings you happiness and joy, and we'll continue to do so as long as that's what's happening with it. All right. Let's see. Rating. GM Workshop is currently
Rackham
doing some cool stuff. So we're going to go and share some love with Rackham. Now, Rackham does a cool audience plays adventure using Tabletop Simulator, showing off some really cool and badass 3D miniature model map makings. So let's go share him some love. Guys, as always, till we meet again, game hard or die trying.
Die trying.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.